We're going to break down the FX secrets in the most dangerous train ride in Enola Holmes.
If we time it correctly,
Time what correctly? Well, your best idea remains leaping off this train, doesn't it?
This is a scene when Enola is on a train and she meets Lord Tewkesbury. But it turns out that Tewkesbury is in terrible trouble. Probably the most challenging scene that we had in the film. Louis and Millie were both very prepared to throw themselves into all of this FX work.
Listen to music, that was my trick, and get your breath right. And then they say action and you go. It's like that. And then when you're looking at Millie and you're both giving each other the same sort of energy, then that's when it flows, right?
Of course, you can't really shoot on a real moving train. It's a bit dangerous. I mean, the cameras are heavy and people fall over. We decided to shoot it in a studio, in a green screen stage. It had to feel like they were really on the train, which is quite a hard thing to do. Some of the other shots, which are more complicated, so for example, the shots outside the train, where we have characters hanging and dangling. We're creating new camera moves outside the train. So we LiDAR'd, which is a laser scan, and we use photogrammetry to build a three-dimensional version of some parts of this track.
That was crazy to film. When I'm hanging out of this train, like looking down at the tracks, rushing past, and the wind, like that's all fake. So
all the practical elements really give the actors a sense of being somewhere dangerous. He's secured with a wire. It's a challenge to hide that and mask that on the day of filming itself. And then in post-production, we have to paint the wire out. On the stage itself, when we're shooting it, we also add in wind and rocking motion, and then a big dramatic camera move. We spent a lot of time working out this movement in previs, and we made sure that we were quite accurate with that when we shot it for real on the stage. It's kind of ironic that it's the camera that's on tracks and the train is just static.
They were counted down, so it helps. It's like, all right, tunnel coming, the first day, tunnel coming in 3, 2, it's like,
We knew we had to replace the door with a CG door. We start with a real physical object on set, and we then match it perfectly with a CG version of itself.
listen, Tewkesbury, we have two choices.
And which one involves me not dying?
This one!
the jump that you see off the train was not me, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not the Tom Cruise that I thought I might be. They used a stuntman called James, he has all the bruises to take home.
We had digital train, we had the digital landscape, we had the digital river, and we had our digital characters rolling down the hill as well. And so that was a big challenge. Try to hone things down as best we can so that we shoot things in the right way. But of course, filmmaking's kind of a spontaneous activity, and if it wasn't, then it would be very boring. Make sure to check out Enola Holmes only on Netflix.
Hey, it's Lisa here with some behind-the-scenes trivia. Now, the first recorded use of special effects as we know them was done in 1857 by Oscar Rieglander. He took 30 different photo negatives and combined them into a single image. This was the first example of the montage print. Now, if you haven't already done it, remember to click here below to subscribe or on the side for more great content.